Hello, I'm SMB Collector. Welcome back to this huge Mario collection unboxing. If you'd like to see any of the previous videos in this series, I've created a playlist for your convenience, but without further delay, let's begin. For starters, we have some candy containers shaped like Mario. These held bubblegum and were made by Topps, dated 1989. There were 4 different colored Mario ones, which I have here, plus Zelda ones as well. So here's green, then red, blue, and yellow. Later on in 1998, Nintendo got Pez dispensers, the most iconic candy novelty. In the set are Mario, Yoshi, and Koopa Troopa. They also made Diddy Kong, and it's always seemed weird to me that the latter two were made before a more popular choice like Donkey Kong. A few years later, in 2001, Awesome Candy made these bob-omb candies. On the underside of the lid is a candy pop that you can dip into a candy powder that fills the body of the bob-omb. These were available in 4 flavors, indicated by 4 different fuse colors. This one's orange, and this one's yellow. The other 2 were green and pink. They released a similar candy later on, but with some notable differences, like an addition of a wind-up key on the back and a new fuse design. Moving on from candy, we have a couple paintbrushes that were Kellogg's Fruit Loops Mail-Away Premiums in 1994 as a part of a Mario Paint promo. First is this red one, and second is this yellow one, with the final brush in the set being of Toucan Sam. So the way these work, you just unscrew the handle from the head, and the brush will be revealed. And then inside the handle is actually a non-refillable supply of paint that can be applied to the brush by squeezing it. As a side note, I have the cereal box from this promotion if you want to go check that out in my Favorites of the Month, May 2020 and prior Part 2 video. Continuing on, here's a pack of name tags and labels. Made by Paper Art, dated 1989. Lots of older items today, but here's one of the newer pieces, a Super Mario fabric shower curtain. Made by Franco, dated 2012. Here's what the curtain looks like. Now for one of my favorite items I got in this collection, this Mario and Yoshi battery-operated bump-and-go action toy. So this thing has some history behind it, involving different sizes, different companies, different regions, and even different bootlegs. But this one is an official one, made in the largest scale and distributed in the United States by Prima Merchandise. Despite being the North American version though, they still ended up making references on the package to Super Mario Bros. 4 in favor of the typical Super Mario world, so that's kind of unusual. Made by Monty, dated 1993, and while we're looking back here, I saw this and thought it was funny. It says, Yoshi lights the way for Mario with his flashing eyes and spins his tail with glee against all competitors. I just found that wording humorous. Speaking of Yoshi's flashing eyes, look at that. It's like he's possessed or something. Other features of the toy are shown on the top, including that spinning tail, the super bump and go action, which forces him to turn when he bumps into things, and of course the flashing eyes. Lastly, it also plays the Super Mario World melody. In episode 7, I talked about these Hasbro trophy figures, and now a complete loose set has turned up in this bin, so let's take a look at them. This one is called Mario Runs from Bullet Bill, Mario Stomps the Goombas, Super Mario Hurls a Fireball, A Blooper Chases Mario, Mario kicks one of the Hammer Brothers, And the final one, Bowser guards Princess Toadstool. Another figure that's great for display, though it's technically an action figure, is this Luigi's Mansion one, made by Joyride Studios in 2002. Then we have some framed pieces, starting with this fan art showing Mario and a bunch of outfits he's worn throughout the years. I don't consider this as having any collector's value, but it would still be cool to hang up somewhere. Then some original print ads. I don't collect these either, but I totally would if there was an easy, cost-effective way to hunt them out. This one's for Nintendo games at Sears. Another print ad for Revlon's Super Mario Bros. Shampoos and bubble baths. I remember seeing this one in old comic books all the time. Next is a flyer for the 1992 Super Mario Bros. Pinball machine made by Gottlieb. Flyers like this would be sent out by companies to arcade owners in the lake as a promotional outlet and weren't intended to be seen by the public. Another arcade flyer, but this time promoting the far less recognized Super Mario World Throwing Skill Redemption game made by Fabtech. Dated 1993. A lot of strange things seen here, like a whole bunch of enemies incorrectly colored green, such as a Koopa Troopa and a Rex, though ironically not Pokey, despite green Pokies actually being a thing. Super Mario's back, and he's taking quarters. The greed displayed when the customers aren't looking is Wario approved. Back to the pinball machine, here's a mini replica of it. There's a lot of detail on here. The cabinet art, the coin slot, the playfield, the translite sign. This is a handcrafted art piece made by Arcade Boutique, numbered 12 and signed by the artist presumably. An interesting oddity. Next is this big Mario Kart RC car of Mario. This is from the mid-2000s, made by a company I guess you'd call NKOK. It's funny that the original remote for this is shaped like a GameCube controller, even though the GameCube's Mario Kart had no pipe frame carts. Then a somewhat similar item, but this isn't an RC car this time. This is a Mario Kart radio alarm clock from 2002. Here we see some of the function controls. Then on the back, the exhausts are the volume dial and tuning dial. The AM/FM switch and extendable antenna are back here too. In that same year, we got this Nintendo inflatable chair made by bd&a. Here's a picture of what one of them inflated looks like. Up next are some water bottles, starting with this Mario Power Tennis one. I don't have any info about what company made it or where it came from, but I do love me some Mario Power Tennis. The second water bottle features Luigi on one side, and Mario on the other. Made by Zach, dated 2014. The third one comes in a carry case starring Yoshi. Made by Animations, part of Accessory Innovations, dated 2012. The final water bottle has a similar carry case, starring Mario this time. It's again made by Animations, dated 2012. In episode 6, I showed a Super Mario Bros. Towel, and even said how I was excited it survived all these years. Well, in this bin, I just found another one. I obviously like it, so I don't mind having two. And then here's a different Super Mario Bros. Towel. This thing's huge. A nice big graphic of Mario and some items. It's so giant that I'm struggling to even show it all. Down at the bottom, it's dated 1988. I don't see any company markings. The closest I can get is one tag, but it's completely faded, so that doesn't help much. Here's an exciting looking new Super Mario Bros. Wii game from Japan, made by APOC. It includes these little plastic balls that you put in the start position, and as they roll down, you click these different buttons that affect the course in multiple ways, trying to progress the ball down to the goal at the bottom. There's also this wind-up feature that can alter the ball's path. A few months ago, I got one of these in box, so here's what that looks like. If you saw my 100th video that shows a brief history of my life as a Mario collector, you may recall that I got these Mario and Luigi figures early on. Well, these are actually part of a game, but I've never had the rest of it until now. This is the Super Mario Bros. The Great Ladder race game made by Tiger in 1989. So the way this functions is you can put a figure on a ladder, and then when you rotate it clockwise or counterclockwise, the unique hinge design of the figure allows it to be maneuvered downward like this. As the name of the game suggests, you can use both brothers and both ladders to have two players race to the finish. And that completes another few bins. I hope you had fun joining me. Make sure to let me know what your favorite item was down in the comments, and share any related stories you might have. While you're at it, don't forget to give the video a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you haven't yet. Also, be sure to follow me on Instagram to see lots more Mario collectibles like the ones on screen now. I hope you'll be here again next time. Thanks for watching.